All right. So, good morning. Namaste, everyone, for joining today's session. As I mentioned, we are going to utilize chair as a prop today. So, if you can find a chair, uh, not the one with the rollers or which moves, but the one which has a strong base, which can firmly sit, and then you can utilize that, and it does not slide. And I know, I mean, there are different kinds of chairs. There is actually one steel chair which is there, or iron chair, which is utilized for yoga sessions. But again, I do not have that available, so I'm just utilizing whatever I have. Um, so just find the comfortable seat, sit in upright position. You can adopt chin mudra right here. Back of the palm rested onto the thighs or knees, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, and close your eyes. Let's take a couple of settling breath in. Here, find your shoulders. Attention comes to the shoulders. Let's little bit broaden them. So broad shoulder, so the chest is broad. And then while doing that, let's allow the elbows to hang heavy. Instead of pulling them up, let them come down. Good. And just notice how we are today. Just taking a quick snapshot of how we are, the state of the body and the state of the mind. Good. Open your eyes. Now let's loosen a little bit before we begin. Interlacing our fingers, palm facing up towards the ceiling, extending them, raise them high. Exhale, bend on one side. Good. Come back to the center. Inhale, extend. Exhale on to the other side. Very nice. Come back center. Extend. Exhale. Noticing the start of the stimulation in the body and how it feels. Inhale, lengthen, exhale on to the other side. Good. One more time. Inhale, extend, exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Good. Come back to the center. Lengthen and then twist. So right hand onto the left knee, left hand maybe supported in the to the chair, and twist. Right shoulder coming to the front, left shoulder going back. Good. Inhale once again, lengthen, and then twist onto the other side. And notice how you feel. Inhale, unwind, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, unwind, extend. Exhale, twist. We'll do it one more time. Inhalation is lengthening. Exhalation is twisting. While keeping the spine lengthened, you twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. Very nice. Inhale once again, length. And then once again, bring the palms down, back of the palm rested, adopting the chin mudra, and closing our eyes. Bringing our attention to the stimulation that we just did. Maybe some sensations you can feel in the arm region, shoulder region, or in the back. Let's begin today's practice with one single sound of Om, followed by opening prayer. Receive one deep, full breath in. And we'll come in the heart center in prayer position. Together we'll chant Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Release and then gently open your eyes. So if you're not muted, I encourage you to please go on mute. Once again, quick notice, this is a generic yoga, not specialized to handle any ailments of any kind. So if you have any physical or medical limitations, please stop the practice, talk to your physician before continuing. Also, this is not suitable for pregnant women or women running in those heavy days of menstrual cycle. And also respect your body limits. So if you think that you have reached to the max, just stop and relax. And let me mute so that everyone. One second. Okay. Okay, so what are we actually learning? So we'll be doing some asana poses on or utilizing the chair or on the chair. So, but what is the purpose, right? So today's purpose is being open for change. So I know, I mean, some of us will say, okay, no, I don't need chair. I can very well do my yoga poses on the mat. But this is just allowing ourselves to change. And with that, obviously, we open up, the mind open up, and we okay, yeah, this is something which I can do, and it might benefit me. So many times, most of us, we ourselves hold us up for the change, and change is the only thing which is constant, isn't it? We are changing, the surroundings are changing every day. So with that, what best can I do with the chair yoga, right? So let's just allow ourselves nothing specific or nothing big to do, just allowing ourselves for this change of doing the yoga on the chair pose on the chair. And again, if attention goes haywire somewhere, simply bring it back to the breath. So deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Simple. So with that, let's do a little bit of loosening. So you can, if you want, you can hold the arm in the back. So whether it's a wrist or all the way elbows, wherever you can reach, you can just hold, extend the right leg. And then let me do a little bit side pose so that you can see. And then we'll start loosening the toes. So only attention, and we can extend both the legs and toes up and toes down. It's only the toe movement. Toes up and down. We are loosening the toes. The entire attention is on the toes. Good. And then big toe up, all the other toes down, and vice versa. And you'll notice that this itself requires a lot of attention, isn't it? Good. And it is not only toes which are working. If you notice it carefully, your calf muscles, they are also moving. Good. Coming to ankle. So we can do alternate, one ankle, toes towards you and away from you. So once again, a little bit more movement at the ankle joint. Good. And again, if you're not feeling the stimulation, make an effort to take it further away and close to you, making that extra effort to take that away, close to you. You can do it together, close to you. away, close to you, make it sideways, sideways. So these are again same or similar exercises, loosening exercises that we did while sitting on the mat, and we are doing now on the chair. Rotation, big rotation. The more you take that effort, change the direction, the more you'll feel. So making that big circle with your toes, and you'll notice body already started talking to us. Slowly release and feel that sensation in the calf muscles, in the ankle joint, toes, maybe soles of the feet. We'll release the arm, right knee comes close to you, and knee movements. So raising the leg up, toe towards you, and then down. Inhale up, toes towards you, and then down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale, and then rotation. So from right all the way up, down. You can do clockwise and counterclockwise. So let's do few rounds of clockwise direction. Good. And then changing the direction. And much easy to remember that we are starting from toes to ankle joint, coming to knee, and then we know where we are heading. After the knee, it is the hip joint. And then let's loosen the other knee. Again, you can either hold like this or this. Inhale up, exhale down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Few more rounds. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then rotation. In rotation also, you can adopt the same breathing pattern. So inhalation while taking it up, and exhalation while bringing it down. Changing the direction. So sometimes we feel, oh, there is not much which can be done using chair, but you will notice, and you might have already started noticing that again, similar loosening or asanas can be done. If not all, at least most of them can be done with the help of chair. So release. Again, observe that stimulation that we just did. Taking a couple of breaths. You can close your eyes if you'd like. And once again, adapting to this change, being open for this change, being available. Open your eyes. Let's continue our journey. So right ankle close on top of the left thigh, and taking the fingers between the toes, you can either further loosen the toes up and down, or the ankle joint, or rotate, and then change the direction. Good. And then release, flapping the right knee. And here you'll notice on the floor or on the mat when we do, the leg cannot go, the knee cannot go further down, right? Because of the mat. Here, there is a little bit gap, so it can go further down, and you can sit up and you can bring it down as much as you can. But again, respect your limits. So do not overdo. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale down. exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now the entire attention is on to the knee and rotation of the knee. So even we are doing a lot of work with the knee, we are actually losing the hip joint, changing the direction. And again, making that effort in making that big circle. Good. Now we are going to extend the leg in the back. So sit in a way so that you can extend it all the way back. Shishupal Asana. Exhale, 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 and release. Good. Okay, so right side feels much different than the left side. Let's loosen the left side this time. So once again, fingers between the toes, allowing toe movement, and then coming to the ankle movement, rotation, ankle rotation, clockwise, counterclockwise. Good. And then flapping. This way, we can even sit in Padmasana on the chair or on the mat. Once again, let's make that effort to bring it down. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, attention is onto the knee. Though we are lifting the shin bone, the attention is onto the knee and rotation of the knee. It is not only the knee movement and then hip joint opening up. If you notice, there is a lot of movement happening in the rest of the body as well. Change the direction. Good. 2 more rounds. And then release. We are going to lift the shin bone, adjust our position so that it allows us to go back. Exhale all the way back. Two more times. Release. And then release the leg once again, taking few resting breaths in here. Close your eyes. Find your entire spine in upright position. Palm opening towards the ceiling, back of the palm rested on the knee or thigh. And observe the stimulation. Good. Open your eyes. Let's do a few rounds of Marjariasana onto the chair. You can hold the knee, you can hold the chair, whatever makes you comfortable. The entire spine is coming. All right. Chest forward, Gaze up and back is inhalation. Exhalation is rounding the spine, chin to the chest, shoulder collapsed forward. Inhalation, chest forward, gaze up, broad shoulder. Exhale, shrinking in. Inhalation, expansion. Exhalation, contraction. Inhale. Exhale. Make that extra effort to go into the pose. Good. And do the last time. Just come back to center. So we have loosened a lot of our lower body parts from toes all the way, including the back. Let's expand. So knees wide open, broad, arms wide spread. Inhalation going back, exhalation, chest forward and down, and then twist. So trying to reach the left ankle by the right hand. Left hand will raise high. Inhalation is unwind and arching back. Exhale once again, chest down and twist. Inhale and further inhale. Let's do it a little bit faster. The same dynamic practice that we do while standing, we are doing on the chair. Exhale, exhale. Inhale and inhale. Exhale, further exhale. Inhale, inhale. And then we can do one big exhale. Continue all the way till you twist. And one big inhale until you come all the way up and back. One big exhale until you twist. One big inhale until you come all the way up and back. One last round on either side. Exhale, other sides. And we are done. Release. Good. So, with that, let's do chair Surya Namaskar. Before that, let me grab some water. If you know the mantra, you can join me. If not, that's perfectly fine. Hands into the heart center. We'll do a couple of times. Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. Inhalation, right hand goes up. Another inhalation, left hand will also reach. Exhale, swan dive and forward. Inhale, arch back and up. Right leg goes in the front. Left leg also raised high. Right leg is down. Left leg is down. Right hand will come down, left hand raised. This is a twisting position. And then change. The right hand is high, left hand onto the leg, and then together, arms up and back. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Let me go a little bit back and sideways. Okay, once again, we'll do it. Om Rhum Ravaye Namaha. So 1, 2, and 3. 4 is up. 5, 6, 7, right leg is down. 8 is left leg is down. 9 is twisting towards the left. 10 is twisting towards the right. 11, palms together, arch back. And then 12, hands into the heart center. And thanks to Vatsudha ji for teaching us the Surya Namaskar onto the chair. With that, let's move over to some of the standing poses that we can do utilizing the chair. All right. So, and I can shift. Okay. I want you to bring your chair at one side of the mat and standing onto the other side. We are going to bring our hands onto the hip, standing first tall, and I can even go a little bit further back. From here, hinging from the hip region or pelvic region, coming all the way down. So first, we are in the Samakona Asana. Staying there for a breath or two. Good. And then bringing our palms onto the chair and bring your chest further down. Here we are going to take our legs few inches further back and bringing the chest forward and down. So notice we are into a downward dog position, Adho Mukha Svanasana, using chair. Again, there would be some communication in the leg region. That's okay. And again, making that effort to push backside of the knee so that both the legs are straight. Chest will come further down. The entire upper body and the lower body is in straight line position. So similar to what we do onto the mat, but using the chair. So when we do the chair pose, you will notice that the angle on the ankle has increased, and also the pressure on the wrist is also not there. Slowly come back up and then release. Come to standing. Good. This time we are standing close to the chair. Hands will again come, rest onto the hip. Broad shoulders, standing tall. Taking a moderate step with your left leg. So right foot is still down. We are hinging from the hip once again and coming down. Continue as much as possible with the straight spine. We have not started rounding the spine. Once you notice that you cannot go any further, that is when your hand will come rest onto the chair. You can also put elbows, interlace the fingers, all these are choices. And then around the spine and let the head hang heavy. Notice In here, lot of communication must be happening onto the front leg. It will start talking to you. You're doing Parshvottanasana, you using the chair. The upper body is rested. Shoulders, there is not much going on to the shoulders, forearm. It's mainly the leg, the hip region, staying there. Easy and deep breath in and out. Good. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bringing ourselves up. Hands will come onto the hip and back to the top of the mat. Once again, finding ourselves standing in upright position, a moderate step with your right leg this time. Left toe and the right toes. Both the feet are pointing towards the front. Both legs straight, hinging from the pelvic region. Straight spine coming down, down, down. And whatever is your limit today, just respect that limit. Once you notice that you cannot come any further down, that is when you are going to release your arm, forearm, interlacing your fingers if that's what you prefer, allowing the body to further settle in front, and then round the spine, let the head hang heavy. Once again, a lot of stimulation for calf muscles, thigh muscle, hip joint. Let's settle in to the pose. Many of us spend a lot of time on the chairs, especially those working on the computer job or any other similar profession. We can utilize some of these poses to stimulate the body and relaxing the mind. Slowly inhale, come back up. Hands will come to the hips and standing tall, stepping to the top of the mat. Release any tension in your legs. Good. Now we are going to switch in a way that we have 1 to 1.5 feet in the front. We are going to utilize some blocks. It also depends on the height of the chair. So let's say if chair has a sufficient height that your knee pretty much at the height, then you might not require these blocks. For others, we might. And at least we can start with the block and then we can move on. So here I'm bringing my right leg in opposite side of the chair and slowly extending the left leg in the back. Pretty much still the thigh is resting onto the block. So all the pressure in the front leg is gone. Why? Because the thigh is resting on the block. Extending arms, shoulder height, spreading the fingers wide and palm facing down. Gaze comes to the front middle finger. So this is much relaxed Virabhadrasana 2 pose, warrior 2. And once we feel that, okay, I'm settled in this pose, that is when we are going to lower the blocks, remove them, and come down. Here, thigh is coming parallel to the mat. Facing front middle finger once again. And if you need further challenge, you can remove the other block as well. There is a gap. I'm not utilizing chair at all. And I'm into the final pose. So using chair and blocks from initial pose all the way to the final pose. Hands will again come back onto the hip, or you can use this chair, come out of the pose. The same thing we are going to do onto the other side. So, okay, let's do left leg across the chair and allowing the thigh to rest. Right leg all the way back, straight leg, toes pointed 45 degrees, opening the chest region sideways instead of in angle, spreading the arms, spreading the fingers wide, palm facing down, gaze to the front middle finger. Veerbhadrasana onto the left side. Good. Find that settling in this pose. Once you think you're settled, that is when our further journey begins of lowering the blocks, coming to a single block if that is available to you. And if needed, removing that block so that we are not utilizing any support and we are into the final pose. Staying there for a breath or two. Deeper inhalation and exhalation. Let the final pose make that effect into your body. And then slowly lowering the arms and utilize the chair to come back, come out of the pose. Release any tension into the leg region. Extend it further up. Okay. Okay, all right. So from here, let's take a few resting breaths, separating your legs. Shoulders goes up, back and down, palm facing forward, closing our eyes. Attention comes to the part of the body which is talking to us. So whichever part has been stimulated to the max, notice. Gently open your eyes. Okay, so we'll continue our journey further from here. We are going to hold the chair and we are standing very close, straight in upright position, shoulder broad. Inhalation coming onto the toes. Exhalation down. Easy. Inhalation onto the toes. Raise. Exhalation down. Inhale. We are taking the challenge of keeping the balance while standing onto the toes by holding the chair. Exhale down. Inhale up. And you can practice focusing on one single point in the front to stay into the pose if you're continuing your journey further. Exhale down. And then with this practice, inhale up. You can try removing your hands off the chair, back on the chair, off the chair, back on the chair. And once you notice that you have sufficient focus, then you might not need chair at all. Hands can come into the heart center if you like. Good. Staying there for one more deep inhalation and exhalation. Inhale, as you exhale, slowly lower the heels down. And then the opposite movement. So if your chair has a bar, then let's utilize that lower bar and keeping the right toe onto the bar, coming forward. Inhalation back, exhalation forward, back, forward, back, forward. One last time, inhale, exhale, release. The same thing is on to the other side. So left toes high, exhale, close to the chair. Inhale back, exhale, close to the chair. Inhale back, close to chair. Back, close to chair. Last time, inhale back and exhale, close to the chair. Stay there. Feel the stimulation in the calf muscles, thigh muscles. And then release. Good. So we are going to, let's see. We are going to continue our journey further of balancing poses, and let's utilize chair to support the balance. So just standing by the side of the chair, holding onto the chair with our left hand, right hand rested onto the hip, broad shoulders, crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling, standing tall, spreading our toes off, spread them wide, and then down. Good. Now bending the right knee, opening it up towards the right side. Heel is rested onto the shin bone, toes first onto the mat and then off the mat. Since we are supporting on the chair, it is much easier to stay onto the pose. Very easy. Then the sole of right feet can come to the calf muscles or all the way to the thigh. We do not want this sole of the right feet onto the knees. We absolutely do not want to injure the knee. And then standing tall. This could be your starting tree pose using the chair, because chair is taking all the balancing act out. So with that, you can start and can bring hands to the heart center. Again, maybe back onto the chair if balancing is an issue. If not, we are continuing our journey. Okay. So once you are finding that, okay, I can stay onto this pose for long, that is when hands will stay onto the heart, focus onto one single point in the front, which is not moving. Here, we are putting a lot of pressure on the sole of the right feet and left thigh, lot of pressure. And notice when you put pressure, your sit bones or the tailbone tucks under instead of bringing it out, it tucks under. Crown of the head will continue reaching up towards the ceiling. Good. And you can extend the arms into the up towards the ceiling as well. Good. Reach, lengthen. And then slowly reverse movement and to the heart center. Maybe you can take the support of the chair, release the tree pose. Notice the difference between the left leg and the right leg and release the tension. Same thing onto the other side. Good. We'll start with the support. Hands will left hand onto the hip. We are opening our knee, left knee to the left side. Right toes will come up, spread them wide, bring them down, getting the maximum ground possible. And then lifting the left toe off the mat onto the calf muscles or to the thigh. And notice that with the chair, much of the balancing and all that goes off. And you can stay, it will provide you a lot of benefit just to utilize chair and staying in this pose right here. Once you find that you have got the balance, hence the heart center, you are going off the balance, hands onto the chair, back to the heart center, getting unbalanced, going back to the chair. And if you can stay here for longer, then let's continue our journey further and taking arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And if it is imbalance, it is imbalance. Without any guilt, very gently come back to the pose if you are getting out of the pose. Again, thigh is pressing back to the sole of the left feet, and so the feet is pressing towards the thigh. Fixing that gaze, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, arms straight all the way going up. Reach, exhale, slowly come out, hand to the heart center, then onto the chair, and release. Release the tension. Good. Taking our journey further, chair, the high side of the chair or the back of the chair is towards the top of the mat. So chair is towards at the top of the mat, and high side is towards us. We are bringing our hands. We are 2.5 feet away from the chair, and bringing hands onto the hip, broad shoulders, elbows coming close to each other. Crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling, hinging from the hip. We are coming down, down, further down. Hands will come rest onto the chair, and we'll go further back. And let me adjust so that I'm visible. Straight arm, straight spine. Good. Samakona Asana. From here, we are going to take the right leg up. Your heel is pressing the virtual wall in the back. Toes pointed towards you. We are into warrior 3. Once again, chair helps a lot, especially on the balancing side. If you are comfortable with the balance, that is when hands will come to the heart center. You can again extend back to the chair or heart center. Again extend to the chair. Or you can continue resting onto the chair, absolutely fine. Right leg up and then slowly bring it down. We are doing Veerbhadrasana 3. And with the arms rested onto the chair, chest will come further down, and you notice the shoulders are opening up. Left leg goes high. Again, heel is pressing the wall in the back, virtual wall in the back. Flexing the ankle joint, toes pointing towards you. Again, starting with the resting onto the chair. Once you find the balance, hands will come to the heart center or back to the chair, back to the, and then to the heart center. And once you find that balance, you can stay into the pose with supported onto the chair or into the final pose. And it's okay to be unbalanced. It's just finding that peace. And extend, and then, oops, generally come down. Release any tension into the leg region and come back up. Very nice. With that, we are going to come down onto our chair. So sit onto the chair. Notice the station to the leg after doing so much standing. I need to adjust one. Okay. Completely relaxed, seated tall. Raise your arms from sides all the way up. Both are facing parallel to each other. Chest will come a little bit forward. And then the practice is using chair, we are coming into the chair pose. Inhalation, lift, stay there. Exhale down. Good. Inhalation, lift. Reaching the arm, taking that arms all the way up. Exhale down onto the chair. Feel the release. Inhalation up. Stay there. One more breath. And then down. Good. We'll do it one more time. Arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Inhale up off the chair. Stay there. And then down. Release. Notice having the chair makes it much easier to perform the chair pose. Good. So from here, left hand is going to lock the right side of the chair. Left hand is crossing the body, holding the right side. The right hand is going up towards the ceiling, lengthening, reach high. Exhale, bending towards the left side, gaze all the way up. Just a simple variation of Ardha Kati Chakrasana onto the chair. Again, we are not dumping the weight and we are not shrinking the spine. We are lengthening the spine using the arm as if somebody is pulling the arm up and towards the left side. Stay there. One more breath in and out. Inhale, come back to center. Reach high and then down. Same thing is on to the other side. Holding the left side, extending left hand all the way up, reach high. Good. Exhale, arch towards the right side. Gaze goes up. Stay there. Deeper inhalation in and out. Good. Staying for few more breaths. One more breath. Inhale, come back up. Reach high, exhale, down. And you can feel the stimulation into the arm region. Now we are going to come off the chair and let me show you. So there are two ways. You can face the front and half of the body is rested onto the chair, the rest half, the right hip is hanging down. Chair facing front, or you can also do chair facing sideways. Once again, left hip rested onto the chair, the right hip is hanging heavy off the mat, off the chair. Right leg is down. We are holding the knee. We are holding the ankle or the top of the foot, the top of the right foot. And then slowly we are expanding. Right hand will come into the front and right leg is kicking the right hand. Notice which variation, What is the final pose that we are working on? It is the Nataraj Asana, but we are doing it on the chair. Again, lot of stimulation onto your shoulder, onto the thigh muscles, calf muscles. We are trying to kick the leg in the back. Good. And then release. The same thing onto the other side. So the right hip is rested onto the chair. Left knee is down, holding the top of left foot. Good. Right hand is in the front, spreading the fingers wide, gaze to the front middle finger, and then kicking the left leg in the back. Kick it. Continue. And notice the stimulation staying into the pose. Continue to kick. Kick. Staying there for one more deeper inhalation and exhalation. And then release. Good. So that was Nataraj Asana on the chair. We are going to bring the right ankle on, then left knee. Not exactly on the knee, but very close. So this is a triangle in here. Just to show you, this is the triangle. Facing the left knee and the ankle, coming down. Inhale up, facing the right knee and coming down. Inhale up, exhale, leading through the heart and then down. Inhale up, exhale, other side. Up, left, leading through the heart and down, and then to the right. Inhale up. This time we are doing one more time, but staying there. So left side and down, staying there. Notice the stimulation. This is Kapotasana onto the chair, or the figure 4 shape onto the chair. Notice the beautiful stimulation onto your hip joint. Staying there for a couple of more breaths. Deeper inhalation and exhalation for the asana to take its effect. Good. Inhale up onto the other side, right knee and down, staying there. You might need to hold the chair if you're finding difficulty on just holding the knee. Inhale, come back up and release. The same thing onto the other side. So left ankle resting onto the right knee. Inhale up, exhale down to the left knee. Inhale up, exhale down to the right knee or the ankle. Up, down, up, down. Once again, up and down. Notice so much can be done using chair as a prop. And then down. So many of these you can do while working in your weekdays. Maybe just take one pose. Inhale, come back up. Staying on each side for longer. So you can hold the chair, hold the knee, whatever makes you comfortable. Inhale, come back up. Exhale down onto the right side and stay there. If you remember, earlier we did holding the chair, coming onto our toes. That was a very good calf stimulation exercise, just standing and coming onto the toes. Similarly, putting the toes onto that bar and coming forward, again calf muscle stimulation. Or the one that we are doing right now, figure four shape. All of this, all the different asana poses can be done. And you can do it even in the weekdays between the meetings, just twisting, stretching, lengthening. And you'll notice that body will start talking to you. It will tell you to do this or stretch by twisting or bending. Inhale, come back up, and then release. Good. Let's do one more. We are going to face sideways. So back of the chair is in the back side, and we are facing sideways. The right hand is holding the right side, or just holding the chair pose. That's all on the opposite corner. And twisting. So we are pulling the right side in, pushing the left side away. Lengthening the spine. First lengthen and then gentle twist. Staying there. Further continuing on to the pose. Then stay there. Then further continue. And then continue to respect your limits. Please do not overdo. Notice such a beautiful twist. Slowly unwind. The same thing we are going to do on the other side. So holding on the opposite side of the chair and then straight spine, very gentle twist. Pulling from left front and pushing from right forward. Gaze goes all the way back. So the chair is locking our feet or the thighs, and that's why we are not able to, the feet are not moving or the legs are not moving any further. And that's where it allows us to further go into the pose, utilizing that lever function to further twist and get into the pose. Slowly unwind. Very nice. So we completed a lot of standing and seated position postures. So let's do one. Find some cushion and then you can put it on the chair. Aligning the chair alongside with your mat. Keeping a feet or two onto the other side. We are sitting on the opposite side. So onto the height side, we are taking both the legs in and seated. So this is the back of the chair and I'm seated facing the back of the chair. Slowly roll it in and then coming down. So the back is rested onto the chair. You can hold the chair and then come down. So we'll start with the upper back. Upper back is rested and then bend down. It's a back bend. And again, make it as gentle as possible. Slowly coming to the middle back and down. You can extend the arms down to support, and even you can come to the lower back and down. Legs are extended, arms are extended, whatever support is necessary. You're getting into Setu Bandhasan, but supported. Notice it relieves much of the tension or pressure But again, very good stimulation, a wonderful back bend using the chair. Slowly and very gently come back. So here you want to take the support of the chair, come back to seated. Very nice. And you can stay onto these poses for longer if you'd like. With the interest of time, we will get on to the next one where we are taking the cushion off. We are seated next to the chair, right hip close to the chair, and very gently swing. The shin bones are rested onto the chair. We can spread our ankles wide to lock through the chair. Here, interlacing our fingers in the back behind the head. First, rest, take a few deep inhalations and exhalations, settling into the pose. Good. Now, crossing the elbows and knee. So right elbow lifts and goes as close to the left knee as possible. And then inhalation, unwind. Exhale, left elbow to the right knee. Unwind. Exhale. 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 Inhale is unwind. Easy and slow. Slowly unwind and release. Good. Feel the stimulation that we did in the abdomen region. Slowly, knees are going to come close to the chest. Hug the knees. Hug them tight. Good. Extending the shin bones, soles of the feet going up towards the ceiling. Spreading the knees wide. Arms will go between the knees and hold outside of both the feet. And we are swinging side to side. Happy baby pose. Close your eyes. Completely immersed into the Anand Balasana. Bringing the gentle smile onto the face. Trying to enjoy, if not able to enjoy, still trying to enjoy. Bringing the bright smile if possible. Good. And then gently release. We are bringing the calf muscles rested onto the chair. Spread the shin bone as wide as possible. Arms will go at around 45 degrees outward, or the left palm is rested onto the heart, right palm onto the belly. And close your eyes. We are heading towards the Shavasana, using chair as a support. Most of the time we are standing or sitting, and calf muscles needs to work a lot to push the blood up towards the heart. Whereas while rested onto the chair, calf muscles are relaxed. Many people who find it difficult to sleep in the night, they can also utilize this position, and it would be much easier to get the sleep faster. Raising the legs to a little bit high. Relax, relaxing the body. We started with adapting to the change, allowing the change, opening the mind towards something new, exploring yoga poses on chair. Notice we had some pre-notions before doing the yoga poses, and then there was an experience that we had. Just being open and available allows us to get the best experience. Slowly bring your attention to your abdomen region. Notice inhalation, abdomen expands, belly goes up. Exhalation, abdomen sinks in, belly down. And noticing we are not making any changes, just observing it. Give your body full permission to do absolutely nothing. Receive Shavasana. Keeping your eyes closed, bring a little bit movement in your toes or the fingers, wrist or ankle joints, bringing knee close to the heart, rolling it over to the right side, rested in a fetal position. Use the strength of the arm to come back to seated position, facing front. And then you can also come back to the chair. Very gently, again go back, close to the eye, eyes closed. Observe how you are. Observe the state of the body and the state of the mind. This is where we began. Notice the shift that today's session brought in. Very gently rub your palm. Make a cup of the palm. Cover your eyes and very gently open your eyes. So let's also, we have some time, we'll be doing a few rounds of Bhramari Pranayam today while seated onto the chair. The middle finger and the ring finger rested, covering the eyes. Come closer. Okay. Middle finger, ring finger covering the eyes. The other finger is rested on the forehead, pinky fingers down onto the face. You can close the ear through the thumb. I won't be able to do it, but very gently close it. It's a sound of na, which is nanny, not ma, which is mother. So it is nanny. Mm, mouth will be slightly open. Uh, tip of the tip of the tongue is going to touch the upper palate. And then we'll be doing it for 5 times. So close your eyes, cover it, and then again try to make it as long and deep sound as possible. So take extremely deep inhalation. Keeping the eyes closed, gently bring the palms down, back of the palm rested onto the thigh or knee. You can adopt Chin Mudra, tip of the thumb touching the tip of the index finger. Notice the shift due to the vibrations of Bhramari Pranayama. The mind gets calm due to the vibration. You stimulate the body, relax the body. You stimulate the mind as well as made it relax. Let's seal today's practice of yoga with one single sound of Om followed by closing prayer. Receive a deep full breath in. Feeling those vibrations of Omkara in your body. Hands will come into the heart center in prayer position. Together we are going to chant Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, rubbing the palms. Rub it faster. Fastest. Take a cup and then cover the eyes. The palms are actually not touching the eyelids or eyes. It's just covering it, giving the warmness to the eyes. Very gently taking it onto the face or the overhead, rest of the body. With that, thank you so much everyone for joining today's yoga session. You all have a wonderful rest of the Saturday and the weekend. And those who are celebrating Navratri, wish you a very happy Navratri.
Namaskar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sushil ji.
Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sushil ji.
धन्यवाद
Sushil.
Okay.
Thank you, Sushil ji.
Thank you,
Thank
Sushil.
you.
Easy, relaxing yoga today.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.